And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Alan Renshaw. And Alan Renshaw writes, I just saw some leaked Shazam 2 set photos of Dame Helen Mirren, who is awesome. I think she looks great, and this ups my anticipation. Have you seen the photos, and what do you think? All right, Alan, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. Appreciate that. And by the way, Rampage Predacon sends in a super chat badge in the live chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So we've been talking a little bit about Shazam 2 lately, like Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods. And of course, we got our first kind of look a couple of weeks back at the new costume that Zach was going to be wearing as Shazam. And we all thought pretty much universally that the new outfit looked like a big step up. And then, of course, yesterday, the director, to try to get ahead of leaked photos, the director put out an official image of the whole Shazam family in their new costumes. And it seems pretty much like everybody liked it. I didn't see any complaints about it. At the very minimum, people seem to agree that the new costumes, even if they're not fantastic, and I think they are, but even if they're not fantastic, people seem to agree they're a big step up from the previous ones. Because while Zach's Shazam costume on the big screen didn't look as bad as it did in promos, it still looked like it was padded. And by padded, I don't just mean bulked up. I mean, it looks like somebody put some soft, fluffy pillows under the fabric of the costume. This one at least looks more natural. It at least looks more natural. So, I mean, it's all about appearance, and it looked really good. Well, now, on the heels of all that, we've got new images coming out. This time it's not just of Zach, but it's got Helen Mirren. Now, of course, we've known for a while that Helen Mirren, along with Lucy Liu, are going to play two sisters that are going to be the antagonists and the villains of this film. And Helen Mirren is playing Hespera. Lucy Liu is playing her sister Calypso. We know that. And we've gotten our first look at Helen Mirren. Now, this comes to us from the folks over at Just Jarred, who writes, the Oscar-winning actress is joining the cast of the Shazam franchise for the upcoming sequel, and she was spotted on set Monday, June 21st, in Atlanta, Georgia. Helen is playing the villainous Hespera, who is a daughter of Atlas, one of the gods, of course, in Shazam's namesake. Lucy Liu is playing her sister, Calypso, and yeah, so we get our first kind of peek at this, and I'll tell you what, Helen Mirren is a boss. I mean, even if she's in a terrible movie like Fast 9. Fast 9's awful. It's so bad I have to go watch it again. It's so terrible I have to watch it again. But anyway, you can even put Helen Mirren in that, and Helen Mirren is an absolute boss. So she's basically playing a god, and they've made her up, and man, she looks mean. And I love the one shot there on the left. It's like you've got this god sitting there talking with Shazam, and they're sitting over having lunch with burgers and fries or something like that. And the one on the right is interesting because it's almost like it kind of has the appearance a little bit of like military inspection. You know what I mean? Like when the soldiers stand there and the sergeant comes walking down to inspect them. I mean, it almost looks a little bit like Hespera, this god, has come down to give inspection to these new heroes who kind of carry the namesake of her father, Atlas, and she's coming down to inspect them, and she don't look too happy. Lady Helen Mirren does not look too happy, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, Deez sends in a super chat badge in the live chat. Thank you, Deez. Appreciate that. Oh, she doesn't look pleased at all. Listen, I've said this before. I will say it again. I am one of the bigger Shazam fans in the world. I like Shazam, and I admit I like it more than most people do. Okay, I admit it. I like it more than most. But I thought the first Shazam was such a delightful, entertaining, fun, great little comic book movie that I just enjoyed, and I smiled ear to ear throughout the entire thing. I just adored it. It did not do great at the box office. It didn't do great. Not at all. I mean, it broke even, but you want more than that. And, you know, I was talking about this yesterday. I was scared as a fan of this movie that they wouldn't do a sequel because it kind of disappointed at the box office. But word of mouth was good enough that they felt comfortable. You know, we can do another one. It'll make more money. I hope more people give it a chance. You add somebody like Helen Mirren in there. And by the way, I really like Lucy Liu as well. I've been a big Lucy Liu fan for almost most of my life. I really, really liked her. So I'm looking forward to seeing these two pairing up in this movie. Question is, guys, what do you think about the look of Helen Mirren in this. I think it looks badass. I think it looks totally great. It's just an image. It doesn't mean it's going to be good. I mean, Shazam 2 could be total, horse crap for all we know. It is just an image, but I do like the image. Questions, guys, what do you think about it? Jump on down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.